Niger State, the plight of thousands displaced by bandit attacks in Niger State continued to worsen, with families stranded in camps under dire conditions. One such camp in Kuta is home to individuals who have spent years without hope of returning home or receiving adequate care. The Kogi State government is calling on the federal government to urgently come to its rescue as flood sacks 70 communities in some parts of the state. The deputy governor of the state, Salif Oyibo, made the appeal while inspecting a Deha community in Kogi local government area, which was affected by flood. Mr. Oyibo, who is the state chairman 2024 Flood Disaster Response Committee set up by the state government, says in spite of the state government's preparedness for the flood, the present situation in Edeha and other communities along the route is beyond what the state alone could handle. Well, let's now bring in the Commissioner for Information in Kogi State, Kingsley Fanwo. Mr. Fanwo, historically, Kogi is among one of the worst hit by annual flooding. Between last year, or more specifically between 2022, when Nigeria witnessed its worst flood in decades, between then and now, what has changed in Kogi's preparedness for flooding?
Thank you very much for having me. And I want to also thank viewers around the world. The situation now is a very precarious situation. And the point is, we've not lost any life, and we hope not to lose any life because of our preparedness. There's what we call the pre-flood programs and strategies, which was activated by the state government. Sensitization was properly done, and we ensured that the IDP camps were put in place, and the sensitization was to encourage people along the flood areas to move to safer grounds where we have provided the IDP camps. So that's where we are at the moment. And as we speak, over 1 million people have been displaced. It is not all these 1 million people that are the IDP camps that have been provided by the state government. Some have moved to some communities to stay with their relations, but their properties have been destroyed. Farm produce have been destroyed. Houses have been collapsing. Health facilities in those areas have been destroyed. Schools destroyed.
So Mr. Fanwo,
it's an imagination right now.
Yeah, so what specific supports really is the state asking for from the federal government?
Thank you very much. A lot of these supports will have to be things that are immediate, and those things that are post-flood relief that we have to provide for the people. At the moment, we need a lot of medicals. We need food items to be able to provide for the feeding of all of these people at the IDP camps. About 48 IDP camps are currently operating in the state, and we need food for these IDP camps. We need fumigation, we need mosquito nets, we need a lot of relief materials to be able to cater for the needs of these people that have left their comfort zone to come to this IDP site. Apart from this, we also need to start thinking about the post-flood needs of these victims, because some of the health facilities of the state government have been destroyed by this flood. Some schools have been destroyed. So we need to start thinking of providing all of this for the flood victims. And some of their houses, even those that will not eventually collapse, immediately we know they will fail engineering and architectural integrity, and we'll have to look for houses for them at safer places. So these are some of the needs that we have to provide for the people at the moment.
Okay, then, but let's talk about sustainable plans. Considering this is an annual occurrence and, of course, the impact of climate change as well, what is the state government doing to mitigate this impact and just build some level of resilience and adaptability?
Let me talk about the fact that the state government has been very proactive in activating the pre-flood activities to be able to ensure that we don't lose lives. A committee, a flood response team headed by the Deputy Governor of the State, His Excellency Salif Oyibo, was set up to be able to coordinate all of these activities. And part of what the committee is going to work on is to ensure that we have a long plan, a long-term plan that will be able to mitigate what we're facing year in, year out, especially relocating some settlements completely. It is going to take a lot of time because some of these people are used to their natural environment. So it's going to be difficult. So it will take time, and that is a part of the plan that we have to be able to relocate them to places that are safe from this fury of flood every year.
Commissioner for Information in Kogi State, Kingsley Fanwo, thank you for talking to us on TVC News at 1.